Hi, health teachers. I'm so excited to share my stress management lesson with you. As we approach Mental Health Awareness Month, what better way to help our students than to teach them ways they can effectively manage their stress? In the past, I've used 6 to 8 stress management stations that students would rotate through and have the opportunity to try. It was apparent, however, even after teaching these lessons, that my students were regularly choosing strategies that weren't a great match for their stress. So for example, when my students were really stressed about their schoolwork, they were turning to diversions like video games and social media. And while those strategies may have given them temporary relief, in the long run, they were compounding their stress, leaving them little or no time to actually do the work. That's why I created this lesson. So in this lesson, students navigate through this online matrix. They're introduced to up to 15 strategies. And most importantly, they learn how to choose strategies that are more effective in managing the stress that they have in their lives. So I'm going to share my screen and give you an opportunity to look at this online matrix. So in the online matrix, students are able to explore 6 different scenarios. For example, if they click into scenario 5, they're going to see a scenario in which someone is really stressed because they've misplaced their schoolwork. So although students often in their actual lives might choose to get their mind off of it, in this activity, they're going to learn more effective strategies. So when they get to that selection to get organized, they're going to learn why misplacing things can actually cause stress in our lives. They're going to take some time to reflect on how this scenario may relate to them. And then they're going to have the opportunity to actually try an organizational strategy where they organize a binder or a folder or their backpack, their digital drive, or even their email inbox. As another example, in scenario 6, students see a scenario where someone is just not feeling themselves. And again, students may think it's good to get their mind off of it and that that's the best choice. But in this lesson, they're going to learn that it's important we acknowledge those feelings and that they actually take some action. So again, they're going to learn why feeling down or not feeling yourself may be stressful. They're going to take some time to relate to the scenario personally. And then they're going to learn some of the lessons that positive psychology has taught us, that we can respond effectively by practicing gratitude and acts of kindness to boost our mood and our level of happiness. And also that this might be a good time to try and connect with others. So if they select that strategy, they're going to be introduced to 3 different text lines that they can use. And in their packets, they're going to be prompted to identify our school psychologist, school counselor, school social worker, as well as an adult outside of school and a friend that they could turn to in their times of struggle. Regardless of what scenario they're going through, they're going to be kind of navigating through this learning experience inside of their packet. So they're going to record those answers to the scenarios in their packet itself. And then sometimes they're going to be prompted to do something in the packet, whereas other times they're going to be prompted to maybe watch a video to try a grounding exercise or a breathing exercise. They might be prompted to go for a walk throughout the school, or they might be asked to do something right inside of their packet. For example, selecting 5 to 7 acts of kindness they can complete in the week, learning about a model for resolving conflict, coloring mandalas. They take some time to choose compliments to give to folks throughout the day. In addition, here's that page I was describing about connecting with others. They may use some time to practice gratitude and write a thank you note to someone. They have 2 different opportunities to journal. So this page comes right out of their packet and is folded in 4 to create a mini journal for themselves. And they get to practice time management, creating to-do lists, prioritizing, and scheduling the week with their assignments and their activities. After they try a strategy, they're going to go to this strategy rating sheet where they rate each strategy for its level of effectiveness, 1 being not very effective at reducing stress and 5 being very effective. And then they indicate by circling yes or no whether this is a strategy they'd actually use in their own lives. I found this to be a really personalized learning experience for students, more so than those stations that we had previously done, because students can select different options along the way that they might be interested in or might better suit their stressors. And it's fun to watch them get organized or schedule out their week or take some time to color or close their eyes and practice deep breathing. I hope that you have success in teaching your students how to manage stress, and look forward to sharing additional strategies with you in the future. Have a great week.